Runner circuit number 3. So the purpose of this one is to get some good endurance and power from the posterior chain. So a lot of runners become quad dominant, and so on this one we're really going to exaggerate some positions, focus on some others to get some power through the back of the body, which should increase performance and reduce some injury risk and improve how you feel. So we got 4 movements, and we're going to do these for 4 rounds. I should mention that for almost all of these runner circuits, if you're doing them in your house, you're cool to do them in socks or barefoot. I actually think for a lot of things you'll get a better connection to the ground. So certainly don't wear your running shoes because those has a bit of foam, you'll be unstable. So barefoot or socks or a lightweight shoe like a training shoe or even a pair of Vans or something like that would be better than your running shoes. So our movements, we're first going to spike the heart rate and exaggerate our running position with something called the wall run drill. So for this one, you'll need maybe a little bit more space than some of our other circuits. Still not a lot. I'm going to about 8 by 8 square here. But we're going to need a wall. We're going to need a band at the low anchor. We're going to need a chair or a coffee table. And then we're going to need the red band. So just set that up in advance. So on my wall, the wall run drill, I'm going to stand about 2.5 feet away, enough so I can't quite reach the wall with outstretched arms. And then I'm going to just kind of tip forward. And I want to keep, like I'm pressing the wall away from me to get some stability through the shoulders. I want to have a pretty good incline, maybe 30 to 45 degrees leaning forward. And I want my knees to be pretty straight before I start, so that lean is coming from the ankles. Glutes engaged, so I'm not here. I got a nice, almost like I'm planking on the wall. And then I'm going to run in place, imagining that my legs are like pistons coming straight up and down. And as my foot strikes the ground, I'm squeezing my glute, getting a good engagement through the posterior chain. So how it's going to look, I'm going to press away, and I'm going to drive. So you go for 30 seconds, light and quick, driving through there without the knees coming together. It's called knee valgus. A lot of runners will do that. So we use this drill to get nice spacing between the knees. 30 seconds there. Our second movement is going to be an explosive band pull-through. So we have a whole video on a band pull-through, which is occasionally thrown into some of the strength days. We're going to do it here with a little more speed and power. So low anchor. For most people, black band is going to be good. Some people, as they progress, could even do black and red together. You should be pretty strong here. So I'm going to stand with it between my legs, get an overhand grip with about a fist distance or pretty close together. I'm going to get some tension on it. So I'm pretty far from the door, maybe 5-6 feet at least. I want to get my feet straight just outside, shoulders back, and then I'm going to reach through my legs towards the origin of the band. So I'm imagining like I'm reaching for the anchor, trying to get to it, not reaching for the floor because then I bend my knees. The knees bend, but they track back with the hips. So you should feel a little tension in the hamstrings here. If you need help with this position, just watch that whole video on the band pull-through. We're going to be here, and then I'm going to explode up and bring my hands up about 2-3 inches. Boom. Boom. So if you've ever done a kettlebell swing, it's very similar. We like this version because you can do it at home, but it also, the band helps you get in the right position. If you can't quite figure out the arm movements, you can just keep them down as you get the hip motion down and then add it in. You don't want to lift, obviously, as high as a kettlebell swing because there's some sensitive anatomy down there. So you want to be comfortable with a band about 2-3 inches in front of the thighs. But that little bit provides a good, nice, powerful hip drive. So you're going to hit 20 of those. Should feel some work in the posterior chain. Then we're going to come, I got a box here. At home you can use a chair, a couch, a coffee table. 18 to 20 inches for most people is a good place to start. I'm going to come down. My heel is going to be here. My other leg is just going to be up. Arms are just, elbows going to be down, slight tuck of the chin, and then I'm going to squeeze through my hamstring and glute to extend all the way up and back down. I want to get full range, which is knee in line with the torso. I don't want to stop here. But I don't want to lead with my back, meaning I don't want to flare the ribs and lead with my back here. Tucking the chin can help with that. We do 15 on each side. These are harder than they look, so you can break them up if you need to. Goal is to do all 15 in a row. If that's too challenging, go from a lower surface or even from the floor, still getting full hip extension, and then progress back up. Our final movement is a bent over row. So just like the band pull through, we want a good hip hinge. We're going to build some endurance here now. So I'm going to stand on this red band, feet about underneath my hips, so narrower than a squat. Then I'm going to grab both sides, the nice overhand grip, thumbs down, and I want to sit back into my hips and hamstrings, meaning my knees have a slight bend, my weight is on my heel. It's like I'm trying to reach my butt back behind me. To get a good stretch in the hamstring, I don't want to be here, and I don't want to be here with too much bend in the knees. So practice this hip hinge. If that's challenging, we have a whole video on that as well. Just search hip hinge on our YouTube channel. So we're going to be here, and then hands down, I'm going to hold this hip hinge and squeeze my shoulders up and back as I pull up. So you should feel work through the bicep as well as back in the shoulder blades, but also some tension in the hamstrings. And ideally you want to be totally stable, ankles, knees, hips, low back, just moving through the arms. And you want to get some scapular movement, meaning I don't just want to be here, I want to pull all the way up. If that gets easy and you need a little more resistance, we got the black band set up over there. So without messing with the band setup, you can just tug this red band kind of through your foot. So now there's some slack here, and my feet are going to anchor it down. Now that's just going to increase my resistance. All right, those are our movements. Now I'm going to do one round at full speed. Like all of our runner circuits, nasal breathing for the first half at least, and then if you start to get out of breath, you can let that go and get through it for time. But we want to focus on our breathing for at least the first couple of rounds. So wall run drill, set up a timer on your phone. I'm just going to go for about 30 seconds, then we're going to move along. So I'm going to be here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Said that's 30 seconds. Really focus on your breathing with that one. Now I'm going to get my band. I'm going to go 20 here. Pretty quick, shoulders back. $19, $20. Got my bridges. Heel on the box. Trying to control my breathing now that I'm laying down. $15, that's really starting to burn a little bit. Other side. I'm kind of scooting away from the box, so I'm just going to reset. 15. Now I got my bent over rows. Just doing 12. And you'll repeat that for 4 rounds.